Hello, welcome to another episode of Allstar Garage. Yeah, I mean, I've got a nice hat. It's pretty cool. We haven't got anything out on the channel for a couple of weeks because, if you didn't already know, we've been to Mexico. Just went with the missus and the kids and the family and had a few days out there, got some sun, recuperated. Obviously it's been a busy few weeks, months previously, doing all the normal stuff and then the lead up to World Final and then doing the Mark 10 for World Final, which you've seen. If you haven't seen it, you can go back and watch that. That was the previous couple of videos. But we're back. So we're gonna try and do a bit more stuff. I'm like jet lag level 52 at the minute because in my brain I'm 6 hours behind, but whatever. Got a nice hat, obviously, like I said. That was cool from Mexico. Really good idea, actually. It's not very comfortable. Cost quite a bit of money, and then I realised I couldn't fit it in the suitcase, so I had to actually wear it on the plane 10 hours home. So that's great. And then when we got home, Nick said that's not staying in the house, so now it's at work with me. Anyway, coming up in the next couple of weeks, next couple of videos, whatever, we are going to do the 1600 Banger World Final, which is on the 16th of November, I think, back at Ipswich, where we've just raced the Mark 10. And use the Astra up that's been up on the mezzanine floor for a few months since Speed Weekend, I think was the last time we used that. That's going to be used up just to make a space. And then we're going to do Champion of Champions at Hensford back in the Unlimited Bangers on the Sunday, which should be the 17th, if the Saturday is the 16th, I haven't checked the calendar. And I don't know what to take. I might put the engine back in this and take that to use it up, or time permitting, because I've got a lot of work to catch up on, I might just take the Mark 10 because the engine is in it already, put a clutch in that, repair the front wheel where the front wheel was bent over the wrong way where we pulled it at the track. And just, it's not really the right car for Hensford, but again, that wasn't meant to come back from World Final, so we might just use that bad boy up and get rid of it. I don't know. I don't know. By the time you watch this, I've already made a choice and decided what I'm doing, because that's what you're going to see. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to take this massive sundial off my head. We'll do some stuff. Okay, so what you've just seen was actually before I went on holiday, of just pulling the front of the Jag about where it all tucked down and gone a bit special. This wheel had gone back where I'd clattered the wall, and the top of these, where these wishbones bolt when it twists on these Jags, so you can put a bit of angle on and try and hold it, and I didn't, and kind of wish I did. So what you haven't seen is we just heated it up and stood it up a little bit, because where I'd pulled it, it lent the wheel this way, giving it the wrong camber. So I've just heated it up, put it back to where it should be, put a little bit of plate on there where the weak point was, where it stressed it, and put that back together. I've just put another shock absorber on it, because one that was on it was naff. And if you watch the videos, I struggle with these Jag beds, because when we put them in, I put one in a roller last year or year before, and I've always put the Series 3 axle in this car. And when we scale it and play about with it in the workshop, it's quite stiff on the suspension, and as soon as, I've had it twice now, where I've put one of these axles in, and as soon as you start racing on it, it starts softening up, and like the Mark 10, the videos of it, it was sort of falling over. It was all sideways, which looked cool, but it's going sideways because the front corner's dipping, which is then lifting the back corner, and then you're sort of going sideways into the corner. So I'm going to change that spring as well. Don't really know what it is. It just seems stiffer than the one on the floor that's just come out. So to do that, it's a similar situation on what we do on the X300s with our tool, where we wind the springs in and out, but a man whose name I forgot to get at World Final came up and gave me this. And I know it looks like a big key, and originally I thought it was for straightening wheel arches. But he said that he actually watched the video and saw me winding this up at high tension with a lever bar, and the lever bar was flexing. So he's made me a tool that locks in around the spinner, and you can wind it up like that. So I forgot to get your name because it was so busy at Well Final, but thank you very much for my new metal tool of many things. So we'll use that in a minute. And to put this plate on, they're a little bit harder than the X300 because I've got a really fine old money thread. I think it's like 3/8 UNF or something when I googled it once. But it basically means the thread on the bolts is really, really, really fine, and as soon as you try to get it in there and it's not quite straight, you just strip the thread, which is really enjoyable and takes about 57.5 times more longer than it should. Right, let's compress this bad boy and try not to detonate my lips. Okay, right, Vauxhall Astra time. Front wheel drive. Oh, excuse me, she ain't no Jag. The Mark 10 we took off the ramp. Obviously you've just seen us do the spring, which was yesterday. And that's on the back burner for a minute because that cooked a clutch. I don't know, I use LUK clutches on the 2.3s, like a 2 litre Pinto LUK clutch. It's just sort of generic, you can get it from wherever. And I've never really had a drama with them. I can tuck a wheel up and sort of go around with a wheel arch rubbing on the back or whatever. I don't really seem to kill a clutch too quick. But for some reason, I had a new one in for Taunton, knocked a wishbone off and just went like half a lap to get out of the way, and that was enough to cook the clutch. And then obviously we ended up changing that at Aldershot. And then the same situation happened at World Final where I did a steering arm, and then by the time I'd done half a lap and got to the middle, the clutch was slipping so bad and it was as good as on fire with the smoke coming through the car. That's obviously cooled down and had enough guts to drive out the sheds, but I'm not going to make the same mistake as I did at Aldershot and think it's okay, because when we were up underneath it yesterday doing a spring, it stinks. So that's going to have a new clutch put in it, which hasn't turned up yet, and I've gone for a slightly different clutch as well to try and get away from the LUK ones, because I think maybe there's a manufacturer issue with them, I'm not sure. It's unusual to have two brand new and all you do is just do a steering arm and get a little bit of drag and it's enough to cook the clutch. So that's back burner, which means this is the next thing to look at. We changed the wishbone on it yesterday evening. And while we were doing that, sort of kind of half forgot and remembered and took the bonnet off and realised, but I've used this same engine and gearbox in the last 4 years of racing the Vauxhalls again. So it's had a bit of abuse. I've used it as a national mare a couple of times where you allowed more solid engine mounts and it's broke a few lugs out of the gearbox. And then the ones that we've got now on the standard gearbox mount, one of those is stripped and we sort of just got a 90mm bolt and sent it home for speed weekend, but that's half falling out again. And yeah, I don't want to go all the way racing and catch the slightest car and the gearbox falls out and your drive shaft's falling out every 2 minutes. So I've got the original engine and box steel that came out of this car when we built it earlier on in the year outside on the floor, going mouldy. But the gearbox is the same. So I'm going to take the engine out to change the gearbox with the one on the floor, put it back in, and then that should be okay. We've also noticed the shock absorber on the front that side is a bit spongy, so I think that's lost its gas or pressure or oil or whatever it's meant to have in it. And that's not very good, so I need to change that. Yeah, better get on and do it really. Still jet lagged, still no motivation, still... Apparently it's Friday today, feels like Tuesday. I don't even know what day of the week it is. Oh, and also, you'll see up here, we now have traffic light system for no reason at all. Andy Clements from Facebook, I think it's Boy Races Bangers up north, messaged me and said, I've got something cool for the back wall. Hang on, wait there, wait a minute. Today is a good day because it's a green light. And you always know when I'm having a bad day because then we give it the old red light. So yeah, nice bit of wall art. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Right, I was actually a little bit premature getting it up there. That sounds weird. But obviously I put it on the ramp and hadn't taken the water out. Now, it's not proper car repair shop, you know, like go and get your car serviced down the local garage, so we're not actually going to look underneath where the pads for the ramp go. We're just going to push it in the kind of ish area, like that. Maybe one like that. Oh no, it hits on the wheel. Maybe about there. Just hope it's on the sill, maybe. Don't know really. Sounds good. Brand new. So yeah, engine out. So with this obviously being front wheel drive, for those that don't know, drive shafts go from the gearbox to the front wheel. So we're going to take the wheels off, take the hubs off, or undo the hubs, so we can pull the shaft out, exhaust off, wiring loom bits unplugged, fuel pipe off, gear cables off. Oh. And then it should all start to come apart, hopefully, ish, probably. What size hub nut? 30 or 32? I've only got, what's that? That's a 27. Let's try 30 then, because it's the only one I have to hand. Could be good. Probably not. Okay, 32 then. 32. Hey, take that out for there. That's gonna probably not come out of there, so we're gonna hit it. You don't really want to hit the end of this because it's a thread, but we're just gonna do it anyway. Because it's fine. Just hope that comes out. Hey. Why are you being stiff? Come on now. Cool. Tight. There we go. Nice. Now we're probably going to have gearbox all everywhere. Find some sort of drip trayage. Right, now I couldn't be bothered to drain the old drip tray out, which is actually a cut down barrel, works perfectly well. Might not even have any gearbox oil in it, I don't know. Let's find out. That's good. That's not coming out, so let's just give it the old. Ah! Actually missed. There we go. That's off of there. I'm going to take that pulley off while we're there, because otherwise that's not going to come out very nice. Which is a inverted torque socket, but a 14mm fits really nice on there. So we're just going to do that. There we go. See, 14mm, perfect. And then we have that crankshaft sensor. We'll take that out of the way as well so we don't break it. It's literally the same idea on this side, wheel off, undo the hub, fold it down, pull the shaft out. Job's a good one. Great. really see what we're doing. So we'll just keep lifting. Oh, let's check the carburetor. Oh, let's just check it. Oh no, that's okay. That's off, that's off, that's water pipe. Crank sensor's nowhere near. Oh, she's stuck though. Okay. Elevation. It's a bit like an erection. Okay, bridge. Yeah, nice. We're out. Relatively easy-ish. Nice. Smart. Okay, so what I was talking about, this was on the back of the engine. This one wasn't connected. I think there's meant to be another bit there, because there should be 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3, because it ain't that one. That one? I don't know. Well, they should have bolts in, because it's holding the gearbox on, but whatever. But this one's stripped, that one's broke. That one there was full up with chemical metal because that was stripped. That one's chemical metal, but it's snapped. And this one split the box here. I'm just about to see there I've chemical metaled that back on as well. And now that's stuck. So that's great. Yeah, so just got a few studs, not very happy really. There was a couple on the engine mount as well. I think one of these was stripped or pulled or... don't really know. But it's done a fair few meters now. Yeah, nice. That was stripped. That had a bit of chain in it that went up to the chassis rail to stop the gearbox dropping down. She's no good anymore. So for the sake of having another one on the floor, and the 45 minutes it took me to get it out, oh well. It's a no-brainer really. Nice. So here's the engine, which is completely different, but the gearbox is the same. So I've just got to try and get that out. But I didn't realise all this is in the way. So we're going to hope the lorry can reach it, which I don't think it will, because we've only got a single boom on this old rig. No. We're like 8'2" short. Okay. Plan B. Oh yeah. Look at the extra length on her now then. How am I going to stop that slipping off the thing? Got a bolt in it, I suppose. Let's just see if it works first. Probably drop it and smash the gearbox into 1,000 pieces. Oh yeah. No, that's not gonna work. Do you know what? Sometimes I shock myself with my engineering science. Ugh, stingy nails. So now I've put a bolt through the end of the scaffold tube to act like a barb to catch the bit of seat belt that the engine is attached to. And it actually works. I mean, there's a little bit of a bend in the scaffold tube, admittedly, but you can't win them all. Let's just try and get it to the floor before that snaps in half, shall we? Oh yeah. Okay, so go through there. What is that now? Oh, you held on. Hello. Don't need you. That's a small one. That's something else. You can come off. Thank you very much. The old 14mm socket coming into its own here with the inverted Torx bolts. Goodbye. Let's do some downage. Nut and boltage. Okay, that's fine. Let's try you. No, too small. Whatever size is that? 15 or something? Hey! No! Hello? 17. Many tools out of the box. Oh yeah. No. Kind of. Definitely still bolted on. Oh, there's one there. No, but my screwdriver stuck. You, but longer. I think we're off ski. We are. Own gearbox. Right, I'm going to keep all them nuts and bolts for a rainy day, because probably won't ever need them, but we'll have them anyway. That's a lie, I will need them because I'll lose everything else. Yeah. Oh, that was very loud. Well, that case is scrapped now, isn't it?
Yep.
Do you want slave cylinder out of it?
Yep, if you can get it out.
That sounds like a challenge. What I should have done in the future, maybe possibly next time,
What?
is actually took the oil out of the gearboxes before we made a mess.
Probably. Ah.
What? What are you hurrying about?
Something just went in my eye. Now it's starting to water.
Squirrel, how's married life?
Alright.
Squirrel got married in the interim of me going on holiday and not filming. Well, he didn't get married when I was on holiday because I was the best man, but he got married and then I went away and then we haven't filmed nothing for a couple of weeks.
Well, I
so
went
now
away,
he's
then.
a married man.
I went away, then you went away.
Yeah, where did you go?
I went to Cyprus.
I went to Mexico. That's tight.
What are you trying to do?
Take the pipe off the slave cylinder.
Why don't you pull the pipe out?
Don't really know. Because it goes
Clip
in the
on
other
the
way, doesn't
outside.
it? On here. With all this guff.
Yeah, it's a clip there.
That comes
Pull
out that way, doesn't it?
You got your screwdriver now?
No.
Or what did you use then?
For what?
Getting the old pipe out.
That was when it was in the car.
There should be a screwdriver.
It's there.
White brush.
Squirrel is the Vauxhall man out of the two of us.
Shoot. Like that. Like that.
There you go.
And there's the clip.
There's one for a rainy day.
And there's the top. Do you remember when we snapped the top off the last one?
Yeah.
Have you got the... Done that?
Yeah. What, the little one? I'll give it back to you. I'm going to put this in the Vauxhall box.
Put it in the box that you never can use.
I put it in the box next to the other one I took off the last gear box. Right. Goodbye, scrap.
Where's your clue star? I don't need silicone, does it?
Well, it's got a complete gasket on it.
Oh, don't worry then. Howdy up.
Ooh, the gaskito. Oh, where's that little washer for reverse?
I've got one up here.
There you go. That's going to fall off as soon as you put it in. Because you're upside down. I'll clean up the mess.
It's a good idea.
And save that washer for another day. Hello, Joey.
Where's the other bolts for it? I had them here.
Don't come in the oil, mate. She's a bit sticky.
Where have I put them?
I don't know the answer to your question.
There's one. There's one. And I'm missing one more torque.
Where's the Vauxhall
It's
box?
very green.
Yeah.
That's yours.
You need this.
I will in a minute. I'll throw
this.
it around.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. He's getting keen for Astras.
I don't know about that. What do I have in stock today?
What? Ah, they were longer bolts. Where have you put them?
For what?
The strut, the gear selector.
No, they ain't.
They are.
They ain't.
They are. They're longer than 30.
They should be.
What? And you haven't put any in?
But I haven't got any. That's why I ground
Where's
that down.
Why have you ground them down? Where's the other engines? Out there.
No, it's these ones.
What?
It's them.
No, yeah, they're too short.
No, they're not, because I ground that down.
Well,
Look where
put the
bolts
longer
are.
bolts in. Take the flywheel bolts that hold the clutch to the flywheel are longer versions of them.
Go on then.
That's why I'm just going to go and get some longer bolts.
Right, that is it for this week, I'm afraid. Quite a short one compared to normal. But obviously I didn't get back from holiday till Tuesday. Was back to work Wednesday in the office doing work bits. And we've done a little bit yesterday and a little bit today. So I know it's shorter than normal. Hopefully next week will be more. And we'll carry on where we've left off with this lot. Just run out of time really. And it's the end of the day on Friday and I've got to go home and do family stuff. So that's it. Obviously as normal, if you like the content and you want to help out in any way, you can go to allstargaragemerch.co.uk. You can buy the hoodies, pictures, stickers, coffee cups, all stuff like that that's got the Allstar Garage merch splattered all over it. There was actually a couple of new designs that went out this week for the t-shirts and hoodies, both for adults and for kids. And there's more to come in the future, hopefully, with body warmers and jackets and stuff like that as we go into the colder weather. Yeah, catch you in the next one.